Hey you, how are you? How are you doing today? I wanted to share a little bit about what I'm doing at this moment in time and invite you to do some inner inquiry. I've been working with men lately, a lot of men who have felt that they end up being the victims in relationships or at work, being the slaves to their bosses. That in the process of becoming the person that they think is going to shine in their life, they actually end up losing themselves. They have no template as such of who they ought to be because they're following everybody else's lead. The place that we are at this moment in time on this planet is for us to recognize our wealth, and our wealth is what is our natural talent and calling? What is it that I'm here to embody, to be, and to share that with the world? For me, I know that my natural wealth is being the healer and the guide, the leader, the supporter. When I actually claim and own it and sit with it, there's a tremendous amount of wealth that flows to me and through me. And in wealth, I'm not just talking about finance. I'm talking about wealth of information, wealth of tools, wealth of new habits, a new perspective, wealth of healing. The abundance of healing that happens when I'm actually owning who I am in the moment has turned thousands of lives around, including mine many times over and over again. But as you know, any good healer, any good teacher, any good leader has to live their challenges, because if we don't live our challenges, we can't actually lead others. We have to go through so many layers or levels of college and school in real life, in the life school, that we have to have our challenges. Now, those challenges at times have stumped me, and I know that the clients that I've worked with, they've been stumped. So, for instance, one gentleman had a 40-year relationship. You could imagine that a 40-year relationship felt it was a success, he was actually doing something good, but as we explore what it is that he felt on the ending of the relationship, what we found was he'd become a shell of himself. He wasn't himself in that relationship. He did exactly what society and his family needed of him. He worked hard, he brought the money home, he put food on the table, he put a roof over their heads, he paid all the bills. But for himself, he was non-existent. And because he was non-existent, the relationship mirrored that. Because it was a shell of a man, the relationship over the latter years became a shell of a relationship, which made both people unhappy. The persons they had fallen in love with no longer existed because they had made themselves invisible. Now, I've experienced this in my life, and I know that you probably have experienced it at some point. You started a job and you found that you were doing great, you were really the perfect fit, you couldn't do better, and gradually things started eating away at your personality, your energy. You started shrinking inwards, and all that was remained of you was a shell. And there was a vacuum inside of you that was so hungry it really needed to be filled. So the work that we're doing with these gentlemen that I'm working with is actually understanding what the vacuum is, helping them to declutter the things that they've taken on, to fill in the space where actually they should be filling with their passions, with their love, with their expression, with their skills, and their own love. And that is the work that I'm doing. So right now, I want to reach out to as many people as possible out there who themselves, if you're a man who's watching this, even if you're a woman, I'm not just exclusively working with men, but most of my work throughout my life has been with women, which is why I'm noticing now that men are automatically being attracted to do this work with me. I feel men are ready. We've been working for many years to re-embody the divine feminine. Now, the divine feminine cannot rise if the masculine isn't moving into his divinity. So right now, my work is more about helping that alliance of the divine male and divine female, and as many males as I can help to align into their personal power, their divine self, their divine identity, is as many relationships that I can help out there. So my request to you today is, are you that man that feels that you're living a shell of a life, in a shell of a body or an identity of yourself? going through the motions in a shell of a relationship. If you are, and if you're brave enough, then reach out. Let's talk. Let's see if I am the person that can help you fire up your own identity again and fill out the shell and overflow with great fullness of all that you are out into the world. There's a link below this video. Please click that link. Click that link and book a private session. It's a 30-minute free session to see if we're able to work together, if I have what you're looking for, and we can go from there. Essentially on offer, there are 2 programs. One, which is a 4-session program, which is priced at $444. And the 4-session program looks at the stories that you're telling yourself, how to break the stories down, how to embody the truth of your talents and wisdom in your soul path, and then how to create something out there that is a visual reminder, anchoring in your energy and intention. That's the 4-session program coaching. The other is a 12-week session, and that goes much, much deeper. That is for people who are dedicated to not just do the quick work to turn something around right now, but to go even deeper into who you are, what's brought you here, what inner part of you is crying out for help, or what inner part of you really is desperate to express themselves. And we help utilize new skills, new talents, as well as existing neural pathways to get you out into that world. So that 12 session, at the moment, the guys that I'm working with, one of them has finished the 12 sessions and is continuing. He is feeling very ready to see the world from new lenses. And the other 2 are getting tons out of it. Each time I have a session with them, I'll copy and paste one of the testimonials over the coming days. It's like, I got so much out of it. That blew me away. I can't believe that made sense to me. But those are the coaching sessions that I'm doing right now. And I would love you to bring yourself forward if this resonates with you, or encourage a partner, a friend, a colleague that you know is losing themselves to come forward and reclaim who they are. If one of your recommendations actually books a session, if it's a 4-week program, you get 50% of a full session with me. If it's a 12-week program, you get a full session with me, plus a follow-up backup for 15 minutes. So if this interests you and this is persuading you to get in touch yourself or recommend somebody to me, then please, by all means, send me or send them, whichever, our connection details. Ask them to come in and listen to this video, or share this video with them. Ask them to come and talk to me for the free 30-minute chat. Ask them to follow some of my meditations that will be coming up and have been on Facebook for many years. And I look forward to connecting with you all, sending you lots of love for now. God bless. Bye-bye.